You have learned in the previous chapter about the importance of a globe. But globe has some limitations as well. It can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. But when we want to study only a part of the earth, as countries, states, districts, towns, villages, it is of little help. In such situation we use maps. A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface on a flat surface according to a scale. But it is impossible to flatten a round shape of earth completely on a plain paper. Maps are useful to us for various purposes. Like some shows a small area, another map shows contains some many facts as a big book. But when many maps are put together, we get an atlas. There are of different type of maps we are discussing here. First one is like the physical map. Those maps which are showing natural features of the earth like mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, oceans, etc. are called the physical map or the relief map. When we are discussing about the political map, the another type of map which are those maps which are showing the cities, towns, villages, different countries, state of the world, their boundaries, they are called the political maps. The next one is the thematic map. Some maps focus on specific information such as the roads, maps, rainfall maps, distribution of forest, industries map. These are not the thematic map. Now come to the component of map. We have three components of map like distance, direction or the symbol. Coming to the first part, that is the distance, which is the first component of the map. Maps are drawings which reduce the entire world or part of it to fit on a sheet of paper. Or we can say maps are drawn to reduce the scales. But this reduction is done very carefully so that the distance between the place is real. It can only be possible when a small distance on a paper represent a large distance on a ground. Therefore, scale is chosen for this purpose. A scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. For example, the distance between your school and your home is 10 km. If you show this 10 km distance by 2 centimeter on a map, it means 1 centimeter on a map will show 5 km on the ground. The scale of your drawing will be 1 centimeter is equal to 5 km. Scale is very important in any map. If you know the scale, you will be able to calculate the distance between any two places on a map. Now come to the next component, that is direction. Most map contain an arrow marked with letter N at the upper right hand corner. This arrow shows the north direction. It is called the north line. When you know the north, you can find out the other direction also. For example, east, west, south. There are four major directions: north, south, east, and west. They are called the cardinal points. And the other four intermediate directions are northeast, that is lie between the north and east, southeast, lie between south and east, southwest, and northwest. We can locate any place more accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. Now, the next component is the symbol. It is the third important component of a map. Not possible to draw on a map with the actual shape and size of different features such as building, roads, bridges, trees, railway lines, or wells. So they are shown by using certain letters, shades, colors, pictures, lines. These symbols give a lot of information in a limited space. With the use of the symbol, map can be drawn easily and are simple to read. Even if you don't know the language of an area or therefore cannot ask someone for direction, you can collect information from the map with the help of these symbols. There are an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. They are called the conventional symbols. These colors are used for same purpose. For example, generally blue is used for showing the water bodies, brown is showing for the mountains, yellow is for the plateaus, and green is for the plains. Now, what is sketch? Actually, sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory or spot observation, not to scale. Sometimes a rough drawing is required of an area to tell where a particular place is located with respect to other places. Suppose you want to go to your friend's house, but you don't know the way. Your friend may make a rough drawing to show the way to this house. Such a rough drawing is drawn without scale is called a sketch map. Showing a image of the sketch on the next slide. Now plan. What is plan? A plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. A large scale map gives a lot of information, but there are certain things which we may sometime want to know. For example, the length and breadth of a room, which can't be shown in a map. At that time, we can refer drawing drawn to scale called a plan.